And I came to our fight for democracy with the following background. I'm a Yorkshireman, born in Sheffield, and a chartered accountant. And I joined the Conservative Party in 1963. So I've been a member over 60 years. I was chairman of Chelsea Young Conservatives. I served on the Kensington and Chelsea Council for 6 years. We moved out to Gerrards Cross. I became chairman of the Gerrards Cross branch with over 2,000 members, the biggest branch in the country. I then became treasurer and chairman of the Beaconsfield Constituency Association and raised their income from 30,000 a year to 100,000 a year. I went on to serve for 3 years on the Conservative Board of Finance and 9 years on the Executive Committee of the National Union. And I thought until the late 80s that the Conservative Party was a democratic organisation. And then I discovered it wasn't. That began my search into democracy. And I was responsible in 1989 for a motion of the Conservative Party conference of getting the Irish, Northern Ireland people allowed to become members of the Conservative Party. I published a paper for John Major in the mid-90s, which started the process for the Conservative Party getting a constitution, which it duly got in 1998. Unfortunately, I had drafted a democratic constitution, but what we got was a total centralisation of power, and it was the beginning of the total decline of the Conservative Party. In 2007, I started accumulating all the facts about democracy and putting them together to go into this book. And I came to the conclusion that not only was the Conservative Party undemocratic, so was the Labour Party, and it was a farce to say that this country is a democracy. Let me just give you a little fact. I had a meeting in 2006 with Stephen Gilbert, who was then the director of Conservative Central Office, and he said, Conservative Party, we don't want members. I said, what? He said, yeah, we don't want members. He said, it's much easier for us to control things and have 20 big donors than to have a few 100,000 people who are always going on about accountability and wanting to say and all the rest of it. And I said to him, well, that's all very well, but what do you replace it with? And he said, oh, it should be like in the United States, because in the United States they don't have membership in their political parties. They all come together for fight elections and that's it. I said, yeah, but they pay their canvassers, they pay everybody to do these things. And he said, oh, well, yeah, we could overcome that. This marks the whole decline of Conservative Party in this country. Last year, one donor supplied 40% of the Conservative Party funds. 10 donors supplied 80% of the Conservative Party funds. Who do you think runs the Conservative Party? Unite, in the last 25 years, has paid £80 million to the Labour Party. Unison has paid £40 million to the Labour Party. GMB has paid £40 million to the Labour Party. Who do you think runs the Labour Party? So that is the background as to how I came to write this history of democracy, the first half is the history, the second half is a polemic, basically saying we don't have a democracy in this country or in the United States either. One factor from the United States, because we follow them, in this last presidential election, the two candidates spent $240 million in 1 week in one state, Pennsylvania. That is the way money has taken over our politics. That's our